Hello everyone and welcome to Chat with Nene Alice. If this is your first time tuning in to Chat with Nene Alice, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to send in your comments. Viewers, you also know that at the corner of this page is the bell button that you can just click at any time so that you'll be the first person to know whenever I post any new video. Viewers, today I am in Banga, in Bonn City, with my friend and sister. She is Elizabeth, but I would also like her to introduce herself and then we'll kickstart the conversation.
Hello everyone, and Nene, thanks for inviting me to your page. Elizabeth Gbah-Johnson. Yeah, so I'm so delighted to be able to share this space with you and just to be able to say, hey.
Yes, we are in this beautiful compound and I'm so impressed with it. Elizabeth, we've been friends for a long while. We worked together. It goes way back, like 20 years ago. And we've been in the same field, working with women, working with girls, and also in the Christian setting as well, we have also worked. So can you just let viewers know some of your views? Some of the things that you also family too?
So yes, like Alice rightly said, we've been friends for a long time. I remember since 2006.
Yes.
Yes, so we started off working with YWC, the Young Women Christian Association, where when we both met, we were so passionate about young people, especially young women working in schools, working in communities, and then just creating that space for young girls and for young girls to be able to speak on issues that affect them. So then we went to ActionAid, where we started all working within the HIV and AIDS department. And during that time, the passion grew, where we work with women, especially women living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. We were there building the confidence, building their capacity, strengthening their own organization that they can be able to channel their own issues. And today we can see some of those things that have paid off, based on our work. And again, we went to a different level. So yes, just my own view working around development issues over the years, we've seen that we have made some level of impact. Starting from the level of awareness, building capacity of those affected to be able to take their own leadership, advocating for policy change, and now we can see how things are now going, building confidence of young women and even ourselves. So in all of these processes, we're also not forgetting ourselves. We are developing ourselves. We're also, when we're talking about development, it's not just on the professional scene, but we're also talking about the issue around self-care. So you being here, Alice, is just a sign of
Looking after myself.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the things we see around and how that has helped to shape in our lives. I remember I was working in one of the communities the other day, went on my private business, and I saw some of the guys and they said, "Oh, Alice, you worked with us," and I felt so proud. I also went to the parliament, and we've been training female parliamentarians before the contest, the elections, and one or two of them said, if it wasn't for people like this one, we will not be able to be here, voicing our opinion and things like that, and I felt so satisfied. Do you have some of those testimonies as well?
Obviously. So most often I can relate to some years back when we, like I said, when we started the work around HIV and AIDS. That time was HIV and AIDS was something that was considered as a deadly disease, it kills. But when they're talking about HIV and AIDS, it was given the face of women. But when you look at the network of HIV and AIDS, at that time, there was no woman within their whole structure, but they were always at the back. So just mobilizing and especially working around the formation of the only organizations that look at women living with HIV and AIDS issue. Today, if you speak to them, if they are talking about how they really came to be, one of the names they will talk about, they will always say Elizabeth. So sometimes I feel so overwhelmed that what we started over the years, talking around women's rights issues, especially from the community level. When we used to talk about the issue of rape, that was understood in so many ways. In looking at the whole issue of age, but at this point in time, the girls themselves can be able to challenge, those sexual violence issues that will obviously affect their body. And when they are talking about all of those things, some of the names they will refer to the institution I work with, or some of them will call my name. So I feel, sometimes I feel that the work we've been doing over the years, there's a lot of impact being made, which we can also celebrate ourselves. I will celebrate the achievements of, that we see nowadays in the country. Yeah.
So viewers, Elizabeth has gone through several stages in terms of leadership, and fortunately for her, she's now the country director for ActionAid Liberia. So how does that feel?
Wow. Yeah, I think there are a whole lot to that. So starting from the community level, being with the young people, and then coming to a senior and the highest level of decision making power within our institution that you serve for over 15 years. I think it means a lot, in terms of personal growth, but it also puts you in a place that you look at development issues from different perspectives. The role is not as it is, it's very challenging. Especially in the context where where funding is a challenge, especially with our NGOs, where we have people, globalization, but people now pushing the point of localization, and then you being, the head of an organization that holds, towards citizenship, where you have to be able to look for funding, but also look at competing with other local organizations when you're supposed to be building those partner institutions. So there's a lot to it, but what gave us the benefit and what gave us the joy is that we see our local actors. They are not there, they are advocating, they are taking leadership, they are in the communities, they are implementing those activities. So for us, as head of our international organization, we come to the space where we want to now be able to shift power, continue to shift power, and especially at the community level. So what are the community-based structures that we have in there? And who are they? Where are they coming from? So those are things that we see. Yes, that road is challenging, but the road provides the opportunity for you to do more than you used to do, in terms of movement building and all of those things.
So it's been a long story, and I want you to also talk about some of the challenges that you have faced.
So challenges. We done.
Yeah.
So we did. Obviously, being a female in a male-dominated society, first of all, you want to be able to look at what are some of the issues, in the development world, in terms of, so it's not about competition, but it's about you being able to understand the issues around development. It's about you being able to contribute, but it's also about you being able to have that space of acceptance, and that's being provided to you, and that you can be able to contribute meaningfully. So I wouldn't see that, it couldn't be, but in a sense, why I would see that as a challenge. So some of the areas you go to as a female, sometimes you have to now be able to fight for your space. You also need to be able to say, if I'm going to be in this area, this is why. If you want to propose some kind of idea, you don't have to justify to anyone that what I'm saying has to be accepted or no. It's something that you have to have the confidence, and sometimes you find out that in those spaces where the men are, they make decisions, sometimes you are not there. You don't know about those spaces. So how do you now be able to look at those spaces and be able to engage more, know those other things? So when you're talking about those spaces, it's not that you cannot go there, but it's not because you are in your professional space, so you don't look at your home. Because culturally, we were talking about that. Those are things we look at on paper, what's variables. You also have some things at your home to do. Your children, they depend on you. So those family matters. How do you relate, or how do you bring those two things together, right? The professional space and the space of your home, and that society is learning on you. So those are things that it's a challenge for you being a professional person. And understanding the development in the agenda is how you be able to mitigate, some of those things that come your way.
Okay, so thank you so much, Elizabeth. Like I said, Elizabeth and I come from a long way back, and we've been friends, we've been workmates, and we're beyond that now to sisterhood. It's a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the best in this role. I hope you'll be able to achieve your dreams and, you know, be the best you can.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.